WTO is associated with long talks, various tariffs, customs quotas, imports and exports, as well as with other terms which our consumers sometimes do not understand. The task of WTO market program is to break all the barriers between buyers and sellers because we know everything about the prices. Why the development of tourism is so important for Kazakhstan? What is the main problem of the hotel business in Kazakhstan? Developing general standards of hotel business and WTO standards. Hotel and restaurant visitors in Japan can pay for services by means of fingerprints. Airports of the country are equipped with kiosks where tourists may register their fingerprints and interlink them with their bank card. Arctic Snow Hotel in Finland is constructed from ice every year. Temperature in its rooms varies between 0 and 5 degrees Celsius. Hotel business is a crucial element of the tourism industry that influences the growth of the whole sector. Its development specifies, first of all, the availability of the tourism resource, which is essential for today's Kazakhstan economy. Since 2007, the number of hotels in Kazakhstan increased more than 3 times and the total number of hotel rooms grew by more than 75%, and in the period between January and December 2016 exceeded 60,000. It is worth mentioning that tourism in Kazakhstan is developing. The accommodation demand is increasing in view of the fact that Kazakhstan abolished visa regime for a number of European states. As a result, the number of foreign tourists in the country is increasing. Tourism in Kazakhstan is included into the top 7 branches for the development of the domestic economy. Since recently, state programs for all regions of the country are being approved and implemented. Funds are allotted for the construction of hotels. The cluster program and tourism development system plans have been prepared. We obtained some support from the state, first of all in the development of state documents which constitute a basis for the hotel business work. Hotels need well-developed domestic and foreign tourism. At the same time, we do not let domestic tourists go abroad. We want them to use the tourism resources of our country. And our country has very rich resources. We also want more people to visit us. Currently, priority is given to business tourism. Still, common tourism is also being developed. More than 60% of accommodations are hotels. 80% of them have no category. There are 20 5-star, 85 4-star, 138 3-star, 22 star and 15 1-star hotels. The average price of a room in a 5-star hotel is about 30,000 tenge, and in a hotel without category, more than 5,000 tenge. Quality of hotel services largely depends on how the employee communicates with guests and fulfills his or her work. Therefore, employing highly experienced people in the hotel business is crucial. However, there is still a shortage of such personnel. Currently, we have enough colleges and universities with departments of tourism and hotel business. At the same time, we need to develop dual education because the hotel business, like any other business, requires experience. In foreign countries, we can often observe that students from hotel business schools study for some time and spend the rest time at work in so-called pilot hotels. They work and acquire experience while studying. This is a dual education. In Kazakhstan, this system is only being introduced and needs improvement. Specialists emphasize that like any branch of business, hotel business needs standardization, or in other words, a set of rules specifying the general work procedure of the hotel industry. WTO member countries should meet the minimum requirements proposed by the WTO. I'm confident that the accession to the WTO will positively affect business, because we shall be studying these minimum requirements. Hotel business in Kazakhstan is developing rapidly. It should be noted that international hotel chains opened their offices in the country. They in turn toughened the competition environment in the sector. The total number of guests in hotels of Kazakhstan in 2016 exceeded 4 million. Citizens of Kazakhstan came mainly for personal ends. In 2016, their number reached almost 2 million. On the contrary, approximately 85% of foreign guests visited Kazakhstan on business and only 15% of them for personal purposes.
Последние 2-3 года мы наблюдаем
Over the last 2 to 3 years, we can observe the increasing number of backpackers who come here to see Kazakhstan. This is because Kazakhstan abolished visas for citizens of 45 countries. Any hotel needs guests. Thus, after the conclusion of the agreement with China on the approved destination status or ADS, the flow of Chinese tourists in Kazakhstan has significantly increased.
Иностранные туристы сюда приезжают уже посмотреть Казахстан.
Experts note that the most of tourists come to Kazakhstan from the most traveling countries: France, the UK and the US. There are also many guests from New Zealand, Australia, South Korea and Japan. The number of Russian tourists also remains high. There are a lot of guests from Europe, in particular from Holland, the UK, Germany, Austria and France. This year, the boom of visitors from Eastern European countries such as Poland, Hungary and the Czech Republic can be observed due to the start of low-cost flights from Almaty to Budapest. In addition, visas were abolished for citizens of Poland because of Expo in Astana. As a result, the flow of tourists from that country to Kazakhstan increased. Experts also pay attention to the tendency towards the increasing number of hostels as the way of economy class accommodation. The Kazakhstan Association of Hotels and Restaurants reports that between January and September 2016, domestic hostels received 162,000 more guests than in the same period in 2015. Hostels are not only places where you can stay at a low cost. These are not only beds. A good hostel, first of all, should have a favorable environment. It is a place where people from different countries meet and communicate with each other. Just imagine that tourists from Holland, Hong Kong, the US and Argentina gather in one place. It is a really great atmosphere. They speak to each other, play the guitar, sing songs and cook something. It should be also noted that comfort and services offered by hostels are quite acceptable. Despite the fact that rooms are common, services are as good as in hotels. They are clean, their employees are friendly and always willing to help you. They can call taxi, organize transfer or order a tour. In other words, they will provide you maximum support for little money. How to select a good hotel? What factors affect the hotel business development in Kazakhstan? Can Kazakhstan receive 40 million tourists annually? Before reserving a hotel room, you should know what amount of money you are going to spend and whether the selected hotel complies with your lifestyle. It is also advisable to learn more information about the hotel from its former guests. The number of stars signifies different levels of services and service fees. To save money, you should make it clear what you really need and what is unnecessary. The hotel business is a quite attractive field of investment. In some countries, it amounts to a significant proportion of GDP. The development of the domestic and foreign tourism has good prospects for the domestic hotel market.
Бизнес диктует, спрос диктует предложение.
Business dictates demand and supply. This can be judged by the emergence of foreign and international chains. This is a good index of economic progress. We expect opening in Almaty of such brands as Hilton, DoubleTree, Grand Asia, as well as Accor and Mercure Almaty. Ritz-Carlton, Sunridge, Hilton Astana, Wyndham Garden and Sheraton have already opened in Astana.
Новый Аккоровский. Это сети Accor, Mercure, Алматы. Вот ожидается к открытию.
According to the WTO calculations, Kazakhstan is capable of receiving up to 40 million foreign tourists annually. This is 4 times more than nowadays.